Hey guys, it's Julie with Julie's Designs. Today is another Thrift to Treasure video where I pick 4 items that I thrifted or that was given to me or sometimes I found on the side of the road and redo them to something that is more my style. So if these are the kind of videos that you like, go ahead, subscribe, like, share, click the notification bells. Y'all know the routine. Do all that. So this week I actually... Oh, y'all, the garage sale's been like nothing around here. But we had a soccer game Saturday, and I passed the garage sale. So you know on the way home, I totally stopped. And then I hit one thrift store. So I decided to just pick 4 things that I picked up actually over the weekend and redo them today because I need to get this stuff done quickly. I have a show this weekend, a craft show. And I'll put it in the description below if you are local to South Louisiana and want to stop by and see me. I'll be there this weekend. So hopefully next week, all of this is gone and clean. It's like I'm in this like little bitty area right here because there's so much stuff everywhere right now because I just keep my stuff out until it's time for the show and then I pack it up. So it's just like overflowing right now. Anyway, let's get to the stuff I bought this weekend. All right. I got this cute little teapot. I like the shape, I like the wood, but I don't like the brown. So we're gonna make it cutesy. I was thinking about going Christmas with this, but I think I'm gonna keep the colors neutral and just add like a red bow or something or a piece of ribbon and kind of make it look Christmassy, but you can remove it and use it all year round. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I got another picnic basket. I really shouldn't have bought this because I have one that I believe I did in one of my other Thrift to Treasure videos and it hasn't sold yet, but it was $3 and I just couldn't pass it up. I do have a different plan for this one. So I'm going to do this one totally different than the other one and we'll see which one sells first. Because I'm going to bring them both to the show with me this weekend and we'll see what happens. Okay, I got these. There's a set of 3. Let me put them down. These hooks are like super nice. It was $2. So I was like, let me just get that because I feel like the hook is worth $2 by itself. But it's from Kirkland's. It was $9.99. It already has a hanging hardware. It's already put together. So I think I'm gonna just change it up and just hurry up and flip this one. Now, I'm going to sell it for more than $9.99 because for $10, I paid $2 for it. I'm going to have to put time in it. So I'm going to charge more than Kirkland's charge for it, but I think it's going to look cute. And then, okay, I'm having buyer's remorse on this one, y'all. Do y'all like this? Yes, no? Do you think I can turn it into the farmhouse style? I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to stage this piece. I can do it. I can do it. Sometimes you buy stuff and, you know, you get it home, you're like, why did I buy that? So, I don't know. I'm going to think about this one while I'm working on the other projects and we'll just see what happens with this basket. Yeah. All right. That's it. Let's go ahead and get started because I got stuff to do. The first thing I want to do is remove the hooks. That way I can easily paint these without worrying about getting paint on them. Also, I forgot to say in the intro that I am going to be filming the process of me doing the craft show. So y'all be on the lookout for that video next week. Alright, I'm using just white spray paint. Since I'm not distressing these, I thought it'd be easier to do this, but it wasn't working out great. So I just used it as a primer. I put a coat on it, and then I went inside. Now, when I'm not using chalk paint, the only time I use chalk paint is if I'm going to actually distress something. I'm not going to distress these. So this is $13 a gallon paint from Walmart. It is flat paint and it is in an antique white, which is like a pretty off-white color. So this is what I use when I'm not distressing stuff. I just use this paint. Next, I'm going to go into the shop to finish off this piece, but I want to talk about my nail gun for a minute. So somebody asked, they told me they got a nail gun, but they got the wrong size nails. Well, each nail gun, you can get all kind of different sizes. So It just depends on each project. I change out my nails. And it says on the nail gun right there what gauge you need and what size nails your nail gun can take. So just look at your nail gun and all the info you need should be right there for you. Now I want to add some wood to this. So I'm adding a little strip at the top. I'm going to put a little wood glue and then use my nail gun to secure it in place. I want to take the top off this picnic basket. So I put a metal bit on my jigsaw. So, you know, you can change it out, and I'll put one that cuts metal. And I'm just going to cut it off because if I try to pull it off, it would probably pull that first layer of the basket apart. So I definitely needed to just go ahead and cut it off. And then I'm going to take a file and just kind of file down the edges. That way there's nothing sharp on the basket. Next, I'm going to take some red spray paint. Now, if you watch my IKEA basket video, we are basically doing the same thing because I am obsessed with that look and I need more stuff to look like this. So some places I did 1 coat, some places I did 2 coat, just kind of randomly do it. And then I'm going back over with my spray gun using white chalk paint, and I'm just going to paint the entire basket. Now time to distress. Now normally I wouldn't use a sander on a basket, but this basket's really thick. So I'm going to go ahead and use my orbital sander with a high grit sandpaper, so one that's kind of smoother, and just help this along. And then I'm going to come back with a wet rag and just wipe it down. I want to get the handles a lot because I want the handles to be almost red. And you can distress it as much or as little as you want, but I want some of that brown and some of that red coming through on this basket. For the next project, we're going to use the baking soda mixture. Now, y'all been asking me for a recipe. I don't know. I just kind of like mix some baking soda and mix some paint. You want to kind of like, I've been calling it a runny cake batter consistency. You don't want it thick. It should still be runny, and it's going to give you that texture. You don't need it to be thick. So like kind of like a runny cake batter, if that makes sense. And I personally use chalk paint, but I've watched lots of other people do it with all kind of different paints. So I just say use what you have around the house. Now I'm going to use a smaller brush on this one. I usually like to use a chip brush because it gives you more texture. But since I can't remove these wooden pieces and I want to keep them, I'm going to use this smaller brush. So the first coat, you just want to kind of get it on and then let it dry. And then you can come back, you see the second coat's going on much better, but you need to be careful because if you push too hard, that first layer will start to come up. So this project definitely takes patience because you need to allow it to dry, you know, in between coats. So I'd put 1 coat on and try to go work on a different project, but it's hard because I want to get it done right away. I absolutely love how this textured ceramic look finish comes out. If y'all haven't tried it yet, y'all definitely need to try it on something. All right, let's talk about the basket in the room. So I decided to paint this basket white. I'm using my sprayer and chalk paint. I would definitely not recommend trying to brush a basket. It would just take forever. So I would either use a sprayer or spray paint if I wanted to paint a basket. And then once it's painted white, I want to antique it a little bit. I don't really want to distress it back because the natural color was kind of that yellowish wood, and I don't want that. So what I'm doing is I'm brushing on my water and antiquing wax mixture, and then I'm taking a baby wipe and just kind of wiping it off. So you'll have 3 different colors going on. You'll have like the brown antiquing mixture, and then you'll have the white paint, and then also some of the white paints coming off and bringing back that natural basket color. So that's going to make it look more antiqued with all these different colors going on, and I actually really like the way that it came out. Now, the handles were way too skinny looking for me, and I want to add some more texture to the piece. So I'm just using some small twine. This is the twine from the Dollar Tree. It would be amazing to have thicker twine, but this is all I have. And it actually didn't take as long as I thought it would, and I'm just going around the basket and just trying to make those handles look much thicker than they really are. I hope y'all enjoyed this week's Thrift to Treasure video. Please leave a comment below and let me know what was your favorite project